It was a dark and stormy Halloween night. The sky was pitch black and the wind was howling. The small town of Ravenwood was quiet except for the sound of raindrops tapping on windows and roofs. Most people in Ravenwood had decided to stay indoors and celebrate Halloween in their own way, but there were a few brave souls who dared to venture outside into the darkness and explore the eerie streets. Among these brave ones was a group of teenagers, Sam, Ben, Emma, and Alex. They had been planning this Halloween adventure for weeks, and nothing was going to stop them from having a good time. As they walked down the deserted street, they came across an old abandoned house. The group, feeling adventurous, decided to explore the abandoned house. They pushed open the rusty gate and stepped onto the overgrown lawn. As they approached the house, they could hear strange noises coming from inside. Ignoring the sounds, they pushed open the door and stepped inside. The air was musty and damp, and the floorboards creaked under their feet. Suddenly, the door slammed shut behind them. They turned around, but the door wouldn't budge. They were trapped in the abandoned house. As they continued exploring, they noticed that there were cobwebs everywhere and the walls were covered in mold. Suddenly, they heard footsteps coming from upstairs. Fearing the worst, they slowly made their way up the creaky stairs. As they reached the top, they were greeted by a horrifying sight. There, standing before them, was a figure in a black cloak with glowing red eyes. The figure began to chase them through the dark, creepy rooms of the abandoned house. They ran for what felt like hours, but the figure followed them relentlessly. Finally, they came across a room with an old chest in the center. The figure was closing in on them, so they quickly opened the chest and found an old book inside. The book contained an ancient spell that could banish evil spirits. They quickly read the spell aloud, and to their relief, the figure vanished into thin air. Battered and bruised, they emerged from the abandoned house, grateful to be alive. As they made their way back to the safety of their homes, they swore never to venture out on Halloween again. From that day forward, the abandoned house became known as the most haunted place in Ravenwood, and no one ever dared to enter it again. But the memory of that terrifying Halloween night would stay with the group forever.